Another silly season shocker in the Winston Cup garage. Matt Kenseth will leave Roush Racing at season's end for Richard Childress Racing's number 31 entry, bringing with him sponsor DeWalt and crew chief Robbie Reiser. Busch Series points leader Kurt Busch is seen as the front runner to replace Kenseth as Roush, as Mike Skinner is now left a free agent. The final push for the Winston Cup begins today. We're in Dover, Delaware for the 2001 MB&A Cal Ripken Jr. 400. Today's field is led by Kenny Irwin Jr. with yet another pole, with Dale Jarrett to his outside.
Behind him we see Greg Biffle there. Of course, he's in that tight rookie battle with Casey Atwood, and Ricky Rudd to his outside as well.
We also see Jeff Gordon there on the third row. The other coming to the green flag here, pace car down pit road, and we are racing here at Dover.
Jarrett got a good start there on the outside. He's going to stay even with Irwin into turn one, although it looks like Irwin is going to clear him off of two.
We head down the back, we see they are three wide there momentarily for third place. Gordon trying to get around both Biffle and Rudd, as Irwin is going to comfortably lead that first lap and get those 5 Winston Cup bonus points.
Kenny Irwin, he's probably out of this championship battle, but, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you who's not is Ricky Rudd there in the 28. He could still make some noise. A lot of talk about Gordon and Marlin, but he's definitely still in this. He starts to move up through the field here.
Further back there, we see a good start for Joe Nemechek so far. There's been a lot of rumblings around his future, as the talk of Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones buying into that team next year increases, and it has been confirmed that Oakwood Homes will not return as the sponsor of that 33. Meanwhile, up front, it's all Irwin. We go through turns 3 and 4 here with Dale Jarrett. Kenny Irwin Jr. now in some lap traffic. The 36 of Ken Schrader holding him up there. We go on board with the 31 of Mike Skinner, who of course was announced earlier today to not be returning to this ride next year. Matt Kenseth will take it over. As Irwin works through this lap traffic, it looks like that, actually Schrader gets a little loose there, and that's going to allow Mike Skinner to lead here at Dover.
Yeah, what a great audition that would be for a new ride next year, although it looks like Irwin's going to try to battle back to the bottom here a little bit. Skinner did get those 5 bonus points for leading that lap there, but looks like Irwin's going to take it back over here as he's going to have to fight the lap car of Jimmy Spencer here off the corner.
Yes, sir. As we mentioned, Mike Skinner will not return to Richard Childress Racing in 2002. His sponsor, Lowe's, will depart for Hendrick Motorsports as he finally does get the lead there. Matt Kenseth will bring sponsor DeWalt and crew chief Robbie Reiser over with him from Roush Racing.
Yeah, certainly an interesting situation for. I think Matt, Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt are going to be a strong team there at Richard Childress Racing.
Mike Skinner continues to lead here at Dover, although Casey Atwood has caught his rear bumper. The rookie now in second place and is trying to challenge for the lead here.
Yeah, Casey needs to be beating Greg Biffle almost every week here for the rest of the season. He's doing exactly that right now and more, although it looks like as they continue to work this lap traffic, Irwin's going to try to make the pass on the outside here. 92 is Casey Compton holding up Skinner, another driver looking for a ride next year as Bobby Hamilton's going to that car.
Yes, it looks like Kenny Irwin gets a huge lead here after 92 gets a little bit loose there in front of Skinner. So put the 42 back out front here at Dover.
Meanwhile, we see the car Kenny Irwin used to drive, the 28, Ricky Rudd there, also trying to get around Atwood and Skinner here. Of course, his teammate Dale Jarrett won last week in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, we look further back there. Yeah, Greg Biffle is behind the 19 of Casey Atwood right now. That's very important for those rookie points.
Good run today, though. We see not too far there behind other championship contenders Jeff Gordon there, as Irwin continues to lead here at Dover. More lap traffic for Kenny Irwin Jr. here. He's got up to Adam Petty, Dave Blaney. Oh, it looks like actually we have some slow cars here, perhaps on the bottom of the racetrack. Ricky Rudd going all the way to the top around the outside. And yes, he's going to use all that lap traffic as a pick and come away with the lead here. What a move.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how Ricky made it through all that. Look at the replay here. Yeah, there's just this line that opens up on the outside. He goes 4 wide there down the front stretch and goes away with the lead. What a move by Ricky Rudd.
So now Rudd finds himself out front, chasing his 4th victory of 2001. Ricky Rudd and other leaders pitting here at Dover. We see the tail end of the field coming in at the same time as the leader. Few cars staying on track. Crowded pit road, though. That makes for Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, he just needs a clean 4-tire stop here to get him to the end. These Dover races tend to run green. So, yeah, just no mistakes by that crew right now.
Rudd now in his box, receiving his service. That'll be 4 tires and fuel for him and all the other drivers here. See Jarrett there in front of him. He should easily beat Jarrett out. The jack is down, and the 28 is pulling away. Say Jeff Gordon there is a lap down. Oh, looks like Kenny Irwin there did get past Ricky Rudd, and yes, he is going to be the new leader. All that traffic held up Rudd there in the pits, so put the 42 back out front here at Dover.
Yeah, what a move by that 42 team. Great job getting him on and off pit road.
Now with Irwin leading, I believe Rudd is still in second back there, but it's going to be quite the gap to make up. Yeah, we see he is just now reaching the apex of turns 1 and 2 as Irwin is further down the backstretch. Kenny Irwin Jr. still leading here at Dover, though we've got trouble on the racetrack. Rusty Wallace around. That is just the last thing he wanted to see. It looked like he was sailing away there. That is going to bring the field back to him. See the replay here. Actually looks like Rusty's brother Kenny gets spun off the nose of the 4 Bobby Hamilton, and here at Dover, those cars all just slide down into that inside wall. So the spin there brings the number 28 of Ricky Rudd back to the rear bumper of Kenny Irwin Jr. It's going to be a quick dash here to the finish with lots of lap cars to the inside.
Yeah, well, you know, it is notable, even though it's late in the race, the fact that the restart did not come with under 10 to go, they still had lap cars on the inside, and we see we're going to be 3 wide here underneath the leader with Kenseth and Labonte, and it looks like that Rudd is going to be able to sail right through there. Irwin's going to get real held up on there on the outside, so they don't wreck into Bobby, and yeah, Ricky Rudd leading here once again at Dover.
Yes, and it looks like Jeff Burton trying to follow him through as well.
Yes, looks like they're going to be 3 wide there again. Second place, lap car Matt Kenseth on the outside. Burton at the inside of Irwin there as Rudd has come for a lead. Meanwhile, we look back here. Casey Atwood's actually fallen back a bit, and that means that Greg Biffle is now the highest running rookie. So that's going to tighten up that rookie battle even more. So Greg Biffle one spot close to the clinching that Rookie of the Year title here.
Come to the white flag here. Clear track in front of Ricky Rudd. Kenny Irwin runs second. So it looks like there's going to be no challenge. And actually, we've got trouble further back. Championship contender Sterling Marlin in the outside wall. Light spin. The caution is out, but they're going to race it back here. Ricky Rudd, no contest whatsoever. Just has to get off this final corner. Ricky Rudd had never won more than 2 races in a season prior to 2001. Here he comes for his 4th win of the season.
Yeah, what a win by Ricky Rudd. Let's take a look at the point standings here. Yeah, so he is now just 91 points behind points leader Jeff Gordon. That little spin there takes Sterling Marlin back a little bit, 27 behind. Meanwhile, Jarrett and Irwin there are just on the cusp of being within 1 race of the leader.
For the first time, NASCAR is racing at Kansas Speedway in the 2001 Protection 1 400. Steve Park has the pole today with Jeff Gordon to his outside. Tony Stewart and Joe Nemechek make up the second row. You see Dale Earnhardt and Kenny Irwin Jr. back there in row 3. Further back, we once again have Jason Leffler in the field with us today, making one of his few starts here before taking over the number 20 Home Depot. See, the pace car has gone down pit road. Field in the hands of Park and Gordon, and green flag is out here. We are racing for the first time at Kansas Speedway.
Great start by Park there. Actually, good start by Joe Nemechek there on the second row, too. Looks like he's actually going to clear Tony Stewart there on the inside. So this track very similar to Las Vegas, where we raced back in March. A flat, C-shaped 1.5 mile oval here. Looks like Tony is going to get back the inside of 33 and Nemechek there as Park comfortably out front. Looks like Tony now going to challenge Jeff Gordon for second place.
First driver to ever lead a lap here in a Winston Cup race, Steve Park. 5 bonus points for him.
Yeah, he's probably not in the championship conversation, but certainly could be looking at a top 5, top 6 in points. I believe he was 7th entering the day. 2 wins on the year at Darlington, Sonoma.
Although looks like he's got company. Jeff Gordon coming to the inside with Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt, and Dale Jarrett all in tow.
Yeah, 24 car was really fast in practice yesterday. We're going to have to see how he does over the longer run as Park's going to get freight trained here, go back several positions. You see his owner, Dale Earnhardt, there going up to third and potentially challenging for second or more here in a second.
Earnhardt still winless on the 2001 season as he now looks inside Tony Stewart for the lead. He's had a decent year, not quite as good as his runner-up last year, but could be a contender for a top 10 in points. But he certainly does not want to have an empty win column.
Stewart here has stabilized that lead a little bit, stays in front of Earnhardt as Gordon slips in there in 4th place. Meanwhile, Dale Jarrett, you see up there, and last week's winner, his teammate, Ricky Rudd, now coming to the inside of Earnhardt Jr. for 6th place.
Little contact there, actually, between those two. We also see Ricky Craven having a solid run so far, that 32 car, trying to fight his way into the top 25 in points, get that bonus money, as Tony Stewart continues to lead here at Kansas, though Dale Jarrett is coming to his inside.
Yeah, looks like he's going to lead another lap here, but watch out for that 88 UPS Ford.
Say Stewart, is in his final races now with Joe Gibbs Racing as he slips up the racetrack. That's going to allow Jarrett through. But I'm sure that team would just love to finish off this season with another win or two.
Yeah, I think missing Charlotte probably, Lowe's, probably makes it so he's outside of the championship battle. But certainly Tony's in it. As we see Jeff Gordon coming back here to the inside of Dale Jarrett, and Steve Park has gotten back into the top 3 as well.
Gordon leads at the line that time, and yes, Park is back in the battle for the lead. Jarrett slips way up the racetrack, as does Gordon, and even Park a little bit. So they are very sideways through that turn 1 and 2. As now Ricky Craven tries to break into the top tire, and we've got trouble further back. The 9 of Bill Elliott and the 77 of Robert Presley. Racing back to the line, Steve Park took a look to the inside of Gordon, but it looks like Gordon is going to get there. And now we are under caution here at Kansas. Coming to the restart, single file, no lap cars yet. Jeff Gordon leads them with Steve Park behind him. Green flag back in the air here at Kansas Speedway.
A little bit of a slow start for everybody in the field there. Looks like Stuart and Bonnie, those two even supposed to be side by side there. And yeah, Ricky Craven running in 4th right now as Steve Park looks back to the inside of Jeff Gordon right now.
Looks like Dale Jarrett going to try to follow Park through there to the inside. In fact, he might take it 3 wide here into turn 4. So yes, 3 wide at the lead. We'll have to see how much room there is here at Kansas. Looks like they're going to make it stick. And at the line, Dale Jarrett. Important to note, if we get a photo finish coming to the end, that the inside did prevail there.
That's going to allow Ricky Craven to reel all 3 of these guys back in as Gordon now goes back to the inside of Park, potentially the inside of Jarrett here.
Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte, a name we've not mentioned a lot lately, is trying to creep his way into this battle. He's running the top 5. We also see the number 28 of Ricky Rudd there, and another solid run by Joe Nemechek. Labonte now taking Craven and Jarrett 3 wide for 2nd place. Gordon loves to see this in his mirror as he extends that lead here at Kansas.
Yeah, 24 cars from Graydon's mile and a half this year. It's not surprising to see him out front. A little contact there between the 18, 32 there. 32 and the 88 are up the track, and oh no, the 88's around. We're under caution.
Yeah, Jarrett was having such a solid run there, although he was lucky nobody hit him. Once again, still no cars a lap down here with those 2 early cautions. So Gordon will lead them back here. Ricky Rudd now in 2nd, going for his 2nd consecutive victory.
Yeah, that 28 team came in today 96 points back. really wants to show that they are part of this championship battle. They've had a lot of great runs this year. They just had some inconsistent issues. Blown motors and otherwise.
Yeah, we saw Steve Park took a quick look there to the inside of Ricky Rudd on the back stretch, but looks like that's not going to amount to anything. But I agree, Chip, that he could absolutely be up there with Gordon and Marlin if not for some of those blown motors and other issues that team has had. Gordon, meanwhile, is just putting on an absolute clinic so far today. Has led by far the most laps of anyone so far, and just seems to be cruising right now here at Kansas Speedway.
Go on board with Rudd. Yes, we see again 91 points behind Jeff Gordon in the standings. So yeah, not too far back, but certainly needs to pass him here for one. A 5-point difference between first and second, so Gordon's currently gaining 5 points on him. If we can pass Gordon here, Gordon will be losing 5 points.
Well, to see side by side further back there, Kenny Irwin getting to the inside of Tony Stewart first. We've talked about him today, as now Rudd does get around Gordon, and I'm sure we'd love to see Labonte and Park pass Gordon as well. That could potentially swing the points up to a 15-point gain, opposed to just 5 here. Looks like Joe Nemechek getting to the inside of Gordon as well.
Yeah, great run for Nemechek, and like I said, he's actually had a big announcement this week. He's going to replace Robert Presley at Jasper Motorsports next year at 77 car. So he did find a landing spot. Have to see where Robert ends up, but he decided with all the uncertainty with that 33 team to just take another ride for next year. And 77 car, I think that's a better program than a lot of people think. So we'll have to see how Joe does there.
Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte has passed Rudd, and looks like Nemechek is all the way up to second place here.
Yeah, he's certainly shown those Jasper guys why he was worth hiring. Maybe we'd love to send Andy Petrie Racing off for the win here if, in fact, a team does get backed by Jerry Jones.
Meanwhile, Labonte has the best lead that we've seen him have in several weeks right now. The defending Winston Cup champion only has 1 win in the season, although, once again, look who's creeping into view. Kenny Irwin Jr. arguably should have won last week had it not been for that late caution with Rusty Wallace. He is up to 3rd place, and he is coming fast.
Yeah, he already got around Gordon. We thought Gordon had the best car today, and Irwin just drove by him like he was nothing.
Yes, and further back here we see Jason Leffler, the 2 Home Depot cars running nose to tail. Hope that isn't too confusing for you, Chip.
Hey, that's not very nice. But, Jason's having another good run.
Here we also see Ryan Newman in the 02 here. It was also announced this week he's going to run this number 02 full-time next year. Penske Racing will expand to 3 teams. So it's going to be a very crowded rookie class with Newman, Jimmy Johnson with Hendrick, Kevin Harvick, Jason Leffler, and also we believe Kurt Busch is presumed to be the leader to replace Matt Kenseth of Roush in that 4th team there, as we see Kenny Irwin coming to the inside here of Bobby Labonte. There's just no stop of that 42 car. He's been on a march to the front the last few laps, and he is now leading here comfortably as they come to the line here at Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, that 42 car looks pretty dangerous today, Bill. Hard stop then. Bobby drove it in, trying not to let him get clear, and that really backfired there. Bobby's falling back into the clutches to Ricky Rudd. Irwin is just driving away.
Can Irwin redeem himself after a heartbreaking loss at Dover last week? Kenny Irwin Jr. still leading here at Kansas Speedway, coming up on some lap traffic. Bobby Labonte behind him with Tony Stewart in 3rd, Nemechek in 4th, and championship leader coming in today, Jeff Gordon in 5th, looking to extend his lead.
Yeah, we just got to give a lot of praise to Joe Nemechek today. What a great run that team has had. In fact, he's lapping his teammate, Kenny Wallace, right now. So, not a Andy Petrie Racing thing. That's purely a Joe Nemechek thing.
Meanwhile, near the back half of the top 10, we see Sterling Marlin going to lose more points to Jeff Gordon today. Will stay ahead of Ricky Rudd, though, in the standings.
Yeah, this 40 team needs to just get moving. Well, they need to not wreck like they did last week, and they're doing that, but need to have some better runs, too, as we see the leaders coming around here. And look who's got the back bumper, Kenny Irwin, Bobby Labonte.
Yes, can Labonte put up any kind of a fight here for Kenny Irwin? We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Tony Stewart, his teammate, actually looking to his inside. That's going to slow up Lavani a little bit and is going to allow Irwin to sail away here a little bit to Kansas.
Yeah, let's see here, coming around turns 3 and 4. Looks like Jeff has gotten back to the back bumper there of Tony. But, yeah, coming back to the stripe here, coming to a white flag for Kenny Irwin. Smooth sailing.
Yes, that 42 car has just been absolutely on rails today. Started further back after lots of great qualifying efforts this season. But that has not slowed him down. Perhaps, Chip, this team's focused so much on starting on the front row. Maybe today the secret was just focusing on not so much where you start, but where you finish. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon fighting his way up to third place here as they go through turns 3 and 4. But coming off of turn 4, the first winner at Kansas Speedway is going to be Kenny Irwin Jr., third win of 2001.
Yeah, that's awesome. 5th win for Dodge now in their return to Winston Cup Series. They have to be really happy with that season. Of course, all those have been Chip Ganassi's cars. If you see one of Chip's cars, Sterling Marlin there is second in points, 55 back. That moves Irwin actually up to 4th place, 243 back.
Here we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, the 2001 UAW GM Quality 500 at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Jeff Gordon, the Winston Cup points leader, got the pole today with Dale Earnhardt to his outside. Meanwhile, last week's winner, Kenny Irwin Jr., starts on the second row, as does Rookie of the Year leader Greg Biffle.
Gordon, of course, has 3 teammates today instead of 2. Today is the Winston Cup debut of Busch Series driver Jimmy Johnson.
Yes, that number 48 Lowe Chevrolet, that brand new paint scheme that he's going to run next year at Hendrick Motorsports full time. Johnson, a little bit of a surprising hire, only has 1 career Busch Series win and is 8th in the point standings there, but I would never question Rick Hendrick.
I certainly would not say 30 car there of Rick Mast also in the field today. This is actually Rick's last scheduled race in that 30 car. I think he's probably a little bummed to not get hired for the 31 ride, but still he's had a good chance to showcase his talents this year.
Yes, actually we're hearing the 31's going to show up 2 more times this year with Ron Fellows behind the wheel at Homestead in Atlanta, the winner back in Watkins Glen. But yeah, coming here to the green flag, we've got Jeff Gordon to the inside, Dale Earnhardt to the outside, and we are racing here in NASCAR's home turf in Charlotte, North Carolina.
This was a race that Dale had a great run in last year. I'm sure he'd really like to get that first win of the season here today.
You see, last week's winner, Irwin, already challenging Gordon to his inside.
Yeah, I believe they were in the same car last week that they brought this week, and, why not? To get another win, or, they're not completely outside this Winston Cup battle. So, although they are as long as the 24 is leading this race, I'll tell you that.
Gordon gets those 5 bonus points for leading the first lap, further extending his points lead. We do see Marlin there in the back half of the top 10, as we do Ricky Rudd. Although ahead of both of them is Casey Atwood. He is passing Greg Biffle right now to be the highest finishing rookie today. That rookie battle has tightened up even further. He really needs to be the highest finishing rookie, and I believe all but 1 race for the rest of the season now is Kenny Irwin. Looks to the inside here of Jeff Gordon. Gordon gets 5, or he already got 5 bonus points for leading that first lap, but he leads the second. Now Irwin looking to lead the third.
Yeah, the whole Dodge brigade up there. We got Irwin, we got Atwood, and we got Sterling Marlin there all on the inside. As Gordon starts to fall back a little bit, Sterling's hoping that Jeff just kind of gets railroaded there on the outside, and that allows him to get around.
Meanwhile, Tony Stewart looking to the inside of Irwin. He only has 7 races left with Joe Gibbs Racing before he becomes Irwin's teammate next year. Would love to send that crew he's been with for the last 3 years off with a win. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr., a name we've not said a lot lately, is up to 2nd place.
Yeah, he's had a solid season. Sophomore season, 2 wins once again. Would love to get another one, but hasn't quite taken that next step, has he, Bill, to being a championship contender.
Yeah, I think we maybe expect a little more out of Junior this year, but, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated did expand to 3 cars, and sometimes it just takes a little while to learn, although I can tell you who it's not taking a little while to learn, Casey Atwood. Dale Earnhardt Jr. now comes to the inside of Tony Stewart to lead here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Crowd on their feet, going wild. Excited to see this.
Yeah, and look who's behind him now, Casey Atwood. Come on, Casey, you can do it. You can lead a Winston Cup race.
Yeah, Atwood is on fire here today. He's looking to the inside of Earnhardt Jr., the rookie sensation, potentially going to be leading here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, if not this time, next time by.
Yeah, he is. He's doing awesome so far today. Come on, Casey. You're still in this Rookie of the Year battle. Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, Atwood must be the highest finishing rookie in all but one of the remaining races.
And of course, that highest finishing rookie in the other remaining race cannot be Greg Biffle. It has to be Ron Hornaday, Hermie Sadler, or Adam Petty. Because Biffle could get more rookie points there for being the highest finishing rookie. So that's assuming Biffle does not improve his score at all by not being the highest finishing rookie with those drop points. But I tell you what, Atwood is doing everything he needs to right now, leading this race. And of course, if he and Biffle would tie, I believe, obviously the race win would be the tiebreaker. Biffle has not won a race. So that could change the calculus a little bit in terms of that math we just show you would be for an outside win, outright win, not a tie. Speaking of being on the outside, that's where Casey Atwood is now as Ricky Rudd comes to his inside, followed by Sterling Marlin.
Yeah, Sterling really needed a run like this, and see Jeff's not even in view there at the front. That's the kind of run Sterling needs. Get back in this championship battle. He's not had a bad couple of weeks. He's just been running a few spots behind Jeff. As he looks to the inside, gets these 5 bonus points here, get back in the Winston Cup fight. So you can't win a race for Winston Cup today because you can't lose with Sterling. Just don't drive too hard. Don't wreck like you did Dover. I don't think you tried to do that, Chip. Well, I know, Bill, but still, just don't wreck yourself. Stay in the championship battle. You can get there, Sterling.
Say, Dale Jarrett there is up to second. He fell back to 5th in points last week after Irwin's win at Kansas. I don't think he's going to be in this championship battle, but you never know, Chip. Meanwhile, Earnhardt still looking for that first victory of 2001. Left to 3rd place, looking for 2nd.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon there looks like he's back to about 15th or so. He's really fallen off this lead pack. So great points today for Sterling and Ricky Rudd there on the outside. As now Jarrett leads us here at Charlotte, looking for his 5th victory of 2001. That'd be the most for any driver.
Dale and Dale show up front. Meanwhile, we look back here at Elliott Sadler in the 21. It's been announced he will not return to this ride next year. Say he's been with the Wood Brothers for 3 seasons, has not won a race. It's been okay, but certainly running top 10 today would be a great audition for a potential new owner next year.
Although, you got to wonder, his brother's the owner with Rock Racing, maybe they could pick him up.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that situation for sure. And I'll say, too, that Wood Brothers car does have Roush Racing support, so it would be a good landing spot for a free agent driver. Meanwhile, Dale and Dale show continues up front here. Dale Earnhardt to the inside of Dale Jarrett, and he is leading here at Charlotte, North Carolina. We heard cheers for his son leading earlier. I think we're going to hear him again here for the Intimidator.
Yeah, these North Carolinians sure do love their Earnhardts, don't they? Earnhardts are awesome, so.
Although it looks like Irwin in that 42 car that won last week is going to put up a fight here to Earnhardt. Irwin coming to the inside. Earnhardt's going to get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap here. But Irwin sets to retake the lead here at Charlotte.
I got to say, Kenny Irwin Jr. is definitely the breakout star of this 2001 season. That kid's been amazing this year.
Irwin leads here at Charlotte, followed by 3 Dale. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kenny Irwin still leading here at Charlotte, followed by Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt. Tony Stewart has passed Dale Earnhardt Jr. for that 4th position, as now Jarrett looks to the inside of Irwin.
Stewart now taking a look to the inside of Earnhardt Sr. there as well. I think he's got a good car, a long-run car that we're going to see more and more in this race. Of course, his teammate Bobby Labonte there up to 2nd place, up to 5th place. As Kenny Irwin Jr. looking to fall back to 2nd place here as Jarrett moves to his inside.
See, Casey Atwood's great top 5 run continues there as he is back there. Actually, he's in 6th place. And we also see the 21 of Elliott Sadler. Once again, he's out of a ride for next year, but this is going to be a great audition for a potential new team.
Yeah, Jarrett now once again leading here at Charlotte. Earnhardt trying to follow him through, as does Stewart.
Yes, and we see the 31 of Mike Skinner there, another driver looking for a ride next year. And Jeff Gordon now running in the top 10 as well.
Hey, what happened to Sterling Marlin? He was up there earlier, and yeah, he's now behind Jeff. So that's hard for him. Yeah, I can't say enough about Casey Atwood today. Casey's been awesome. Had the run of his career so far. You know, Ray has announced he's going to be back in that 19 car next year, which no surprise to anyone with how he's ran. But excited to see what he can do with year 2, especially in Dodge's year 2 as well. You know, Dodge just came back to Winston Cup this year, and I'm excited to see how that program's going to expand.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt looking back to the inside of Jarrett here down the front stretch. Stewart going to give him a push through. And Irwin in third place, going to see if he can follow suit as well.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt seems to have one of the better cars today. Seems like him and Jarrett, maybe Irwin, top 3. Although that 20 car certainly is coming alive right now.
Looks like Bobby Labonte has caught up to this pack as well. Defending winner here of the fall race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As Casey Atwood in 6th place trying to get into this battle as well.
Yeah, Tony now has got up to Dale Sr. Looks like he's right on the back bumper there. What's he going to do as they head down the back stretch here?
Looks like he's just going to follow Earnhardt Sr., who continues to lead here at Lowe Motor Speedway.
Here we go on board with Tony. Looks like he's going to have a run here down the front stretch. Looking inside of Dale. I'm sure folks at Lowe's would be too excited to see Home Depot Pontiac out front here at Lowe's, but it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Yes, Earnhardt way up the racetrack going into turns 1 and 2, almost gets the wall off the corner, and that's going to allow Stewart to lead them down the backstretch with future teammate Kenny Irwin Jr. giving him a big push.
Yep, he's got current and future teammates there. He's got Bobby Labonte in 3rd, Kenny Irwin Jr. in 2nd. Tony Stewart leads him off at turn 4, and he is leading here in the UAW GM Quality 500 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, or sorry, Lowe's Motor Speedway. He's going to have to probably pay a fine for not saying Lowe's there. Lowe's. Say Lowe's.
Tony Stewart coming down pit road, the race leader, comes to his box under green.
Yeah, he's got a massive lead here. Not too much to worry about. Just don't speed. You know, I just remember something, Bill.
What's that, Chip?
This is Tony's first start here at Charlotte Motor Speedway 2001. He was not in the Coke 600 back in May.
Yes, you're right. I suppose that is true, Chip. First intelligent thing you've said all day.
Whoa. Hey, that's not very nice.
Anyway, Tony Stewart here in his pit box, getting his service. We see several cars he's nearly lapped there. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and others pulling out as Tony Stewart completes his service. He is off pit road, getting ready to merge. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he's not going to have any issues coming out the leader here once this all cycles through. A few cars are still yet to pit, though, so have to obviously see what happens there. But, you know, assuming everything works out as normal, Tony is going to easily be the race leader here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. See, I said it right that time, Bill. I said it right.
Good job, Chip. You should feel proud of yourself. Meanwhile, Stewart's teammate Bobby Labonte now runs in 2nd, nearly half a straightaway behind him. And we also check in here. Yeah, Mark Martin is actually the race leader right now. He is not pitted as he laps Jimmy Johnson there, making his first career start. And actually, he's not that far behind lapping Tony Stewart. But yeah, again, he's going to have to pit here. Probably just waiting to see will a caution come out or something else. Why not? You know, Mark Martin and really all these Roush cars have had just kind of an okay season so far. Let's see. Actually, yeah, Bill Elliott there is actually in 2nd place. He is also on this long run strategy. So 2 series veterans who have not won races this year, and the teams and points, just looking to see if they can steal a win here.
Yeah, why not roll the dice a little bit, see what can happen. You see Mark Martin work the outside there.
Martin still is not pitted here at Charlotte. He's going to have to do so soon, and that is a welcome sight. We see caution lights on the racetrack. Not clear on what the cause is. Actually, I think we're hearing it's just debris. So, what a lucky break for Mark Martin in that 16.
Say, was that just like a water bottle from his crew chief or something?
Hey, we shouldn't speculate that, Bill. We don't know if that's the case, but... Okay, so coming back to green here, Tony Stewart has cycled back through as the race leader. However, very few cars are on the lead lap. That's allowed Mark Martin here to remain in the top 10. Actually, he's in second place right now. Tony Stewart was the only car on the lead lap when that caution came out.
Yes, that worked out good for Tony, but not so much for Bobby and a lot of other guys here. Mark Martin in second place right now with fresh tires. Meanwhile, we see Tony working around lap cars, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and a 97, Greg Biffle, and then right in front of him, Dave Blaney, and others took the wave around. Heck, even Jeffy Gordon had to take the wave around there.
Please never call him Jeffy Gordon again.
I'm sorry, Bill, I won't. But anyway, yeah, looks like Jeff's up there, and Tony's doing good. Just needs to navigate the lap traffic, but yeah, what a strategy play by Mark Martin and Pat Tryson. Even if they only finish second, that's going to be a great run, probably better than they would have had.
Can't count out Bill Elliott in that 99 team either. We see he's running in third there, right behind Mark Martin.
Yeah, so really just amazing strategy with both these guys. Meanwhile, we see Casey Atwood there. He did have to take the wave round, but he is the highest running rookie right now. Going to keep that Rookie of the Year fight alive.
Yes, oh no, we've got big trouble here on the front stretch, or back stretch, sorry. Joe Nemechek, Jeff Burton, that's going to bring the caution out and be a welcome sight for all those wave around cars. Tony Stewart going to try to put a few of them a lap down again. In fact, he might have a chance to put Jeff Gordon a lap down here. It looks like he is going to let him go as they come back to the caution here.
Yeah, Biffle, Tybo, Don, some of those guys, they are trapped a lap down after that, so that's unfortunate for them.
So that caution sets up a one-lap dash here for Tony Stewart, and it's going to be an easy one for him. Lots of lap cars in between him and second place, Mark Martin.
If you sorry, no, it's Bill Elliott now in second place, Mark Martin in third, and Matt Kenseth in fourth, all taking advantage of that strategy.
Meanwhile, Casey Atwood is the highest running rookie as they run right now. He's going to keep that fight alive at least another week. And Sterling Marlin is beating Jeff Gordon in this race by serve response. That's going to tighten up the championship battle a little bit.
Coming off of turn 4, looks like Tony Stewart is going to get one last win here with Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yes, Tony Stewart gets his 12th career Winston Cup victory, which moves him up to 6th in the points there, as Sterling Marlin closes up the championship lead to 37. Front Row Joe living up to his nickname here at Martinsville Speedway. Joe Nemechek, the pole sitter today. With Tony Stewart to his outside, Casey Atwood starting third, still fighting for that Rookie of the Year battle title.
Yeah, Casey's been on a roll lately. Meanwhile, we got some breaking news. Elliott Sadler is going to move to Rock Racing in 2002, the team co-owned by his brother Hermie.
Yeah, we hear that Hermie's going to go just part-time. Elliott's going to run that 94 car full-time, and yes, Dave Blaney is going to move over from Bill Davis Racing. There's been a lot of questions about that Amoco sponsorship on that 93 car. They may be looking for a funded driver. So that's a great ride for Blaney. Meanwhile, Joe Nemechek leads them to the green flag.
Yeah, although I think he may just get a win, perhaps in 2001 before he does that. He ran great at Kansas, and he had the pole today.
Stewart, last week's winner, holding tough there on the outside of Nemechek as they come around this first lap. Nemechek does not quite clear him, but does get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Meanwhile, Atwood clear for third place there. We go on board with Jeff Gordon, who looks to the inside of Todd Bodine for the 5th position.
So Gordon, once again, ahead of Marlin in this race right now. Needs to expand that lead a little bit, as now still side-by-side for the lead.
Yes, Stewart appears to have the faster car than Nemechek, just not the line. The question is, how long can he hang there on the outside? That's going to burn up his tires a lot more than it would on the inside.
Looks like he may just get the pass done on the outside here. We'll have to see. Looks a little closer at the line this time than it was last time.
Yeah, Nemechek seems to still have a qualifying setup there or something, because he is not moving away from this field at all. Stewart is hanging on his outside, and Atwood and Steve Park there are having great runs too.
Yeah, still side by side here for the 4th lap in a row. Nemechek has led all of them so far, but Stewart still making a little progress lap by lap here.
Meanwhile, Sterling Marlin, he was 37 points behind Jeff Gordon in the Winston Cup standings entering today. He is way back there. He's looks like about 15th right now. Oh, and we've got a car stopped on the front straightaway, Jeremy Mayfield, as Tony Stewart did finally get around Joe Nemechek there off the corner. Let's see the replay here. It looks like Nemechek got in there way too hot, just got loose down in the grass, and that allowed Stewart past. Single file restart, no lap cars so far. Tony Stewart leads them back to the green.
Yeah, and I'm expecting that 20 car is probably just going to sail away here because he appeared to be a lot faster than Joe Nemechek there in that last run.
We see Jeff Gordon still running in 4th place, so once again extending that championship lead over Sterling Marlin so far today. Nemechek's actually fighting back here a little bit behind Stewart. Perhaps being in traffic is getting a little bit of a draft, perhaps, as he's actually looking to the inside of Stewart here through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think his car fires off better than it runs, so we'll just kind of have to watch here.
Yet another stopped car here on the racetrack. 92 of Stacy Compton. So that's going to bring out the caution here once again at Martinsville Speedway. Tony Stewart had begun to lap some cars here, so it looks like he's going to easily win this race back to the caution over Joe Nemechek. Let's see, can he get 2 wins in a row here as he dives down to the inside of some lap traffic here as they sort it out for the pace car.
Yeah, actually, Mike Wallace got in the back of him there a little bit. And what's this we're hearing on the radio? Tony is stuck. Tony's stuck in the grass.
So Tony Stewart, that's crazy, Chip. Tony Stewart got stuck in the grass there after a hit from Mike Wallace, and that puts him at the tail end of the line. Ouch. And that puts his teammate Bobby Labonte now as the race leader with Steve Park, Jeff Gordon, Casey Atwood, and Michael Waltrip behind him.
Yeah, poor Tony there. That hurts, man. Leading the race, and Mike Wallace just runs in the back yet.
Well, Labonte leads them back to the green in heavy traffic here of lap cars and wave around cars. Meanwhile, looks like Sterling Marlin has gotten in the top 10 there. He's running 8th behind the 31 of Mike Skinner, so at least stopped the bleeding there a little bit with Gordon running in front of him. Labonte here, the winner in the spring, and is leading pretty comfortably right now, although all this lap traffic is going to slow him up a bit here, as that's going to allow Steve Park back to his inside. Jeff Gordon, who we go on board with here, is trying to figure out what to do here. Should he take it 3 wide underneath Park? Should he just follow him through? Looks like that is what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's probably the right move. Ways to go in this race. So just follow Park past Bobby here, and then see what we can do with that. Come on, Casey, running 3rd once again. Great run for him. Going to keep the Rookie of the Year fight alive another week.
Yes, he's doing everything he needs. Still on thin ice in terms of he can only afford 1 race where he's not the highest finishing rookie, but so far he's been the best rookie every week ever since that became the case.
Meanwhile, looks like Sterling's passed some more cars. He's up to 6th place as looks like the 32 car there got a little loose. Ricky Craven going in the corner. That allows Jeff Gordon to get back to Steve Park's bumper. And Casey Atwood there hanging tough there in 3rd place.
Yes, we look at Sterling here. Yeah, it looks like running in 6th. Going to the outside of Mike Skinner. Matt Kenseth is a lap down. Actually, he's going to get 5th there from Skinner. So now he's only 3 spots behind Gordon as Park continues to lead here at Martinsville. So, staying in this championship fight. In fact, it looks like Atwood is going to get to the inside here of Gordon off of turn 2, so that could potentially be another spot for Marlin.
It's got to be a little uncomfortable for Matt Kenseth seeing the car that he's going to drive next year about to lap him, but who knows, maybe that just means the equipment's better as a racing.
And look at this, Atwood trying to follow behind Park here, although it looks like the 32 of Craven gets loose on the corner, and that's going to allow Jeff Gordon to pass on the outside to get the lead here at Martinsville.
It's the last thing Sterling Marlin wanted to see. Jeff Gordon going to be leading the race.
1.5 laps to go here at Martinsville. Jeff Gordon leading over Bobby Labonte. He's working lap traffic around Robert Presley and Ricky Craven. No contest there. White flag in the air.
Oh, we got a spinner up here in the corner, 99 of Jeff Burton. So, yeah, the caution lights are out, and actually, that was before Jeff got the white, they're saying, that they threw the yellow for 99. So Jeff just got to follow the pace car back here. Don't blow a tire like Sterling did at Rockingham, and he'll have himself another win.
Jeff Gordon coming around for his 4th victory of the 2001 season, looking to extend his points lead here over Sterling Marlin. Looks like Bobby Labonte is going to get 2nd, Steve Park 3rd, and Sterling Marlin 4th. Casey Atwood, highest finishing rookie, in 5th place.
Yeah, so Jeff Gordon will continue to lead the Winston Cup standings here with his 4th win of the season. Although Marlin, I gotta say, he put up a heck of a fight today. He stayed in it, and now he's 57 points back. So that's not too bad. He can make that up.
Ricky Rado starting to get a little questionable about him being a points back.